is going on? Accusation.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Accusation, child. Oh, it's been a week. Let's get into it. What's my name? And say yes, come on. Oh yes, I'm here for Fooey Friday. One more time. Sit back, relax, unwind. What's my name? Oh yes, I'm here for Fooey Friday. One more time. Oh yeah. Sit back, relax, unwind. Get your snacks. Get your drinks. And let's get into this. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I had no intention of doing a Fooey Friday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy a Friday off. Ain't nothing much gonna happen. And then the devil said, I can show you better than I can tell you. And honey, when I tell you, these folks done cut all the way up. Now, let's talk about KeKe Palmer. Oh, first, how y'all doing? Y'all okay? Okay, good. Let's talk about KeKe Palmer. Now, as we know, KeKe accused Darius of, DV, all right, of abuse. And the judge granted her a restraining order and gave her temporary custody of the child. So Darius, getting kicked in the head, in the headlines, and, he's been accused of horrific things. We seen the still pictures. And so he thought, you know what? I have a little trump card. Okay? I'm going to get some sympathy on my side. Not for me. Maybe from you all, but not from me. So Darius thought, let me put out a recording of KeKe and her mother bashing me, arguing with me, screaming with me. And then people will understand that I'm not the aggressor in this. Is that right, Darius? Is that what you hold in your back pocket? A recording that you recorded? Now, let me ask you something, Darius. Before you press play, what was going on before we heard what we heard? Because obviously, there was already heightened feelings. There was some type of argument that was going on before you hit play. So of course, when you started recording, we're going to hear KeKe's mom go absolutely ham on you. We're going to hear KeKe talking to you. But then there's some people out there who chew rocks and know the inside of the jaw, and they said, well, you can clearly, hear that Darius is not the aggressor. Darius just wanted to see his son. Darius was trying to be agreeable. Well, maybe because he's recording. Do you think that he's going to go all the way off knowing that he is the one that's recording it? And then it's people that say, well, I don't buy those stills. We don't know what happened before the stills that was leaked or shown. We want to see the video. Again, are y'all chewing on rocks and gnawing the inside of your jaw? First of all, who wants to see a video of someone being abused? That's one. Two, in the still photos, obviously something was happening that wasn't good. They wasn't playing patty cake. They wasn't playing tag you're it. Obviously something was going on. Okay. Now, it was bad enough that the judge said, oh yeah, you're getting that restraining order. And how do we know? We don't know. Maybe the judge seen the actual video and said, oh no, not only am I going to give you a restraining order, that kid that you have is going to be temporarily with the mother. We don't know what the judge was presenting. Or he looked at them stills and said, no, something's not right. Now, I have said, don't put your hands on each other. And this is what happens. Okay. Video get leaked. The still photos is out there. But then we find out that apparently Darius has an issue with anger and putting his hands on women. Allegedly, he done tried to choke his sister. And apparently in 2020, his mother took out a DV restraining order against his father. It's in his home. Now, I will say this, okay? Sharon, she was just going off, fussing, cussing, talking about she was going to blow his head off, and then Usher got in the mix. Now, why'd you have to bring up Usher, Sharon? Usher didn't have nothing to do with this at this moment. And so she screamed, Usher's gay. He's gay. He's a gay dude. And I was like, oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Of course, she had no business in saying that. She had no business in bringing Usher into this mess. Okay. But she said this later on. She says, after the audio circulated online and led to Usher trending on social media, Sharon Palmer took to Instagram to clarify that she was lying about the R&B icon's sexuality for her daughter's safety. The lie I told about Usher was to get Darius to stop abusing my daughter on account of his jealousy. She wrote in a comment on the Neighborhood Talks page. So I said he didn't like women for her safety. Everything else I meant with my whole chest and didn't expect anyone to hear it because recording me is illegal. I guess he is okay with jail, but I knew that when he put his hands on my daughter. He is still abusing her in all of this, trying to paint himself as a victim. Textbook behavior. So she thought her saying that Usher was gay would try to diffuse the situation between Darius and KeKe, because we know Darius felt some type of way about KeKe's interaction with Usher. Sharon, you had no business in saying that. You had no business in bringing Usher into this. Okay? None. And that was out of pocket. Very much out of pocket. I know you're trying to stick up for your daughter. I know that allegedly your daughter is being abused by Darius, and he recorded this verbal altercation. But you have to keep mindful of things that you say. And this is what happens. KeKe Palmer announced as the host of the 2023 Soul Train Awards. Darius, what you host? What you hosting, Jack? Huh? A pop-up shop? Maybe you can get a sponsorship for recording equipment. You need to go to anger management. That's what you need to do. Okay? Again, this will all come out in the wash. But at this point in time, there is proof of some type of DV that was going on with those still photos. Period. Okay? Period. That's how I see it. Now, if something else comes out, and I will be like, oh God, you know I'm a woman that can admit when she's wrong. But something about this, I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. Let's move on. No, I tried to not talk about YouTubers, okay? But I made the decision of talking about Tasha K. Now, we know Tasha K, all right? She's a YouTuber. She is also the one that got sued by Cardi B. Cardi B won. We know this, okay? We know this story. Tasha K had an interview with Will Smith's friend of 40 years and Will Smith's assistant, a brother Bilal? What about no loyalty, Bilal? How about that? How you gonna call yourself someone a friend of 40 years and then you are doing an interview and you just telling it all? Okay. That's why you can't trust nobody. Nobody. So she's interviewing this guy and he says that he walked in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin locked up. Okay. But of course, he goes into graphic detail about what Will Smith and Dwayne Martin was doing. Now, me myself, y'all may not have, but me myself, I have heard rumors about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin for years. I have heard that they were in a relationship, that they were more than friends, that they done carried on. I have heard all that. And this is just me. I've never believed it. I never believed those rumors. I don't know why. It's just something in me that I just thought something just don't sound right with it. Yes, I know that Lisa Ray has spoken in the past about her husband. And when she introduced her husband to Dwayne Martin, she said that was the worst mistake of her life. She said that it ruined her relationship because her husband and Dwayne got close. Now, I don't think, y'all let me know, but I don't think she ever used the words in a sexual manner. They just got very close and just ruined her marriage. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Okay. Now, Tisha Campbell, of course, married to Dwayne Martin. And her and Will and Jada were very close. And, of course, people had asked, you know, Tisha and Dwayne about said rumors. And for years, you know, they denied the rumors. They said that it was a lie, that it was false. I know that someone had said that she had came out and said that, you know, she was a little side-eyeing Dwayne's and Will's friendship, you know, for a while. So, of course, those rumors have been going on, you know, for years. Okay. And then here we have Will and Jada. They have already been in the news on the gossip sites because of, you know, Jada promoting her book and what she had to say about, you know, them being separated. You know, they're still, you know, they're not divorced, and you know, all that stuff. So this has heightened the curiosity. Some things you just don't say unless you have proof. You just can't be saying whatever out of your mouth or you will get sued. Now, Jada was on the Breakfast Club. And, you know, Charlamagne the God is, you know, asking her about it. And she says, lies. She says, lies. She said, it's not true. And she said that somebody is going to get sued. She said, we suing. We are suing. Now, I don't know who she's suing. I don't know if she's going to sue Tasha K and brother Mr. Non-Loyalty, Blau. Or she's just going to sue the so-called friend of 40 years, ex-assistant. Don't know. She didn't clarify. But she said we suing. Y'all think? Okay? Do y'all think getting an interview like this? Because if you get an interview with one of, you know, A-list actor Will Smith's so-called friend of 40 years, and he is saying some explosive stuff like this, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to click, and people are going to talk about it. And that is exactly what Tasha K wanted to happen. And that's what happened. She was trending. Will and Jada were trending. Her name was attached to Will and Jada. That was trending. So, you know, she got the clicks that she wanted. She got people talking. Okay, so, you know, but what comes with that? What comes with that? A lot comes with that. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see if, you know, the Smiths carry on with what Jada said. We suing. Oh my God. Is it worth it? I'm telling you. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is, but we shall see, y'all. We shall see. Let's move on. Why do y'all still allow Chrisean to go out in public? Chrisean of, you know, Blueface and Chrisean. Chrisean, the immature young woman that causes chaos wherever she goes. Chaos, drama. She's a menace out here. But people keep inviting her to stuff. Why? So Tamar had a show. Tamar Braxton. She had a show. Tony was there. They performed together. And who pops up on stage? Chrisean. And I said, oh God. The minute I seen her on stage, I said, this is going to end terribly. I said that out loud. I said, something's going to happen. Because, of course, something's going to happen. Wherever she goes, there's drama. She can't even go to Walmart without drama. And I tried not to speak on Chrisean and Blueface because they were toxic. They were DVing each other on camera, punching, hitting, screaming at each other. And we all know why Chrisean is famous. We all know why. It's because of her drama, her being toxic, her DV relationship with Blueface. They got a reality show out of this. And people watch this mess. I refuse. So we know why she's famous, and Blueface is, he calls himself a rapper. So they done broke up. Blueface done moved on. Chrisean done got a child. And I thought, you know what? She's going to settle down. She's a mother now. Blueface is out of her life. Maybe, just maybe, She can control herself, control her actions. Grow up. Wrong. So she's at Tamar's show. She's up on stage looking awkward as hell. Just walking around. Because she has no stage appeal. She's not a performer. And you are breathing the same air as the legend, as the icon herself, Toni Braxton and Tamar. But you are in the same atmosphere and space as the Queen, Toni, and you kind of shy. So there was a video of Toni standing there, and here's Chrisean. I mean, who drops it like it's hot in front of Toni Braxton? And so Toni gave her the auntie side eye and was like, Now I know this young. Why am I here? You know, as soon as her and Tamar left, I bet you she looked at Tamar and said, don't you ever have her around me again. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? What is wrong with you? But see, Tamar learned her lesson. So apparently, something happened backstage. And James Wright, is that his name? Let me make sure. Yes, James Wright Chanel was backstage. And he was having a conversation with Chrisean. And he asked a question. I think he was asked, oh, I didn't know that you're supposed to have performed. Because, see, Chrisean said that she was told she was there to perform. What? What was she there to perform, y'all? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to know what song does she have that she needed to perform on the same stage as Tamar and Toni. So she says that she performed and performed. She was upset. And guess what she did? Instead of handling herself as an adult, she threw a temper tantrum. Because James asked a question, and through all accounts, from Tamar and the promoter, he was not disrespectful to her. He did not raise his voice to her. He was just asking a question, like talking to her. And what did this toothless fool do? Oh, that's right. She punched James in the face, gave him a bloody nose, and chipped his tooth. That's what she did. She thinks that she needs to put her hands on people to get her point across. She is a menace. She's vile. She is reckless. And I wouldn't want her anywhere near me. So here he goes to the hospital. Here he goes, have to go to the dentist to get his teeth fixed. And we all know how expensive the dentist is. I got a whole Cadillac in my mouth. I done put my dentist children through college. These you don't play with. And here he is at the dentist. This is what I say. I think that he should have charged her and he should sue. Because something is not clicking in her head. That you can't keep doing this. And there's no repercussions. Now, if James, after she done punched him in the face and he headbutted her, one more time, headbutted her, oh, how dare he? He's a man that headbutted a poor little girl. Absolutely not. That will be warranted. Headbutt again. Maybe it knocked some sense into her. You cannot keep going around putting your hands on people. And she has yet to apologize. She hasn't apologized. She kept talking about, I'm going to take a break off social media, which lasted all of 48 hours. I think that James should absolutely put charges on her and sue. Absolutely. No doubt about it. And I want you ladies out there, quit trying to save Chrisean. Quit trying to help Chrisean. Quit trying to be the big sister. Because see, that's what Tamar said. Oh, I seen her as a little sister. Did you even know who she is? Well, you see now, she ain't your little sister. She's a menace. See, Chrisean is that child that show up at family functions that all of the other family members is like, oh, Lord. Here she go. Now, she done brought that hard-headed chap over here. Look at her. Look at her over there eating. Look at her. Look at her over there eating paper. Look at her. Look at her over there licking the wall. Look at her. Say it! Pick up something else. See, that's what you do. You're going to be screaming at her the whole night during Thanksgiving. That's what she is. Okay? That's what she is. Leave her be. You cannot put someone who is toxic, drama-ridden, okay? And you're going to put her in the same room as Tony Brown. Do you know how many people would like to meet Tony Braxton and then hear Chrisean twerking? Tamar learned her lesson, okay? She wished her well, okay? And move on. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. You can't save someone who don't want to be saved. You can't save someone who has no regards for someone else's well-being. And that's the fact of it. Quit calling her. She needs help. Now let's move on. Now, in all of my 49 years, in all of my days, and I have seen many of court papers. Y'all, I have seen so many court papers throughout my years. I just can't tell you how many. It comes with the job. But I've seen so many court papers. Warrants, protective orders, civil papers, all kinds. I have never seen a court paper that in the front of it has a trigger warning. I said, shut the door. I said, I know you lie. Trigger warning? Oh, wow. What am I talking about? Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. Let me pull up my notes. Let me pull up my notes. Cassie files $30 million lawsuit against Diddy. Accused him of R-word and repeated physical abuse throughout their relationship. She also accuses him, of course, of the SA. Now, Cassie, when she was 19 years old, she met Diddy, Puff Daddy. He was 37. Now we have already known that Diddy likes the young girls. I mean, look at him and Young Miami. Look at him and whomever. He likes them young. And we have heard, again, rumors of how he treated the groups that signed with Bad Boy. Okay, Danny Kane, that boy group. You know, we've seen the reality show, and you know, we have heard throughout the years that Diddy didn't pay his artist. He was taking their money. I mean, we have heard all of this. We have also heard the rumors of Diddy being a little touchy with females in the past. Have heard all this. And now Cassie has come out and said, no, okay, something, I need to let this out. So she is suing him for $30 million for what I just told you. Now, the court papers, I would leave a link to where you can read the 35-page court papers. But I ain't gonna do that because y'all know YouTube channel. So let me just give y'all just a summary. Now, Cassie's name is Cassandra Ventura. The United States District Court, Southern District of New York. Sean Combs, she's suing. Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Entertainments, LLC, and Doe Corp. Trigger warning. This documents contain highly graphic information of a sexual nature, including SA. I said not the trigger. So I said, am I going to open this up? Yes, I did. Now, of course, you can Google this. This is from the journalist Megan Cuniff. She was the one that was all over the Tory Lanez trial. She is fantastic. I mean, she does not lie. She does not skew the information. She's not biased. She gives you the information correctly because she's a journalist. Okay? This is her job. She's an actual seasoned journalist. Now, as we know, P. Diddy got the award. Was it the BET Lifetime Achievement Award? And he told Cassie, you know, thank you for holding me down during the dark times. Cassie said, oh, I got something for your dark times, Negro. So she says that the truth, however, is that Cassie, Miss Cassandra Ventura, was held down by Mr. Combs and endured over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands. For Mr. Ventura, for Miss Ventura, the dark times were those spent trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. Among other violent and unlawful acts, Mr. Combs ordered Miss Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave. These are the statements in this court paper. Often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. Blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. I remember this story. Now, Kid Cudi and Cassie dated, I think back in 2011, I think it was 2012. And so Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. My God. That is what is in the document, allegedly. Forced Miss Ventura to engage in sex acts with male blank workers while relieving himself while he films it. Ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry executive whom he learned was nearby. Demanded that Miss Ventura carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol, substance abuse, and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. Now, again, at this time, Cassie was 19 years old. He was 37 years old. This was a young lady who is having the time of her life. She meets the A-list big ballin' star Sean P. Diddy Combs, and he swept her off her feet, wined and dined her. And what was around the corner? Allegedly dark places. Now people are saying, well, why is she coming out now? Why is she coming out now? What do you think she was going to do? Being 19 years old, 20, 21, and carrying on with a man like Diddy. She was scared, I'm sure. She didn't know what to do. He was, DVing her. Okay, there was DV, there was SA, there was an R word. She was mentally all effed up. People are saying, why isn't he in jail? Why isn't he charged with anything? I wish, y'all do know Google's free, right? Google is free. And you all can read, right? Can some of y'all read? Miss Ventura's case, like other recent SA lawsuits, is being brought under the Adult Survivors Act, a New York law that allows people who say they were victims of SA to file civil suits after the statute of limitations has expired. The statute of limitations only lasts, for so long. And I think, now she's like, this is extraordinary and I cannot do this anymore. Okay, she's married now. She has grown up. She's a mother now. And I guess she feels like if she don't say anything, what will happen to the next female, or what will happen to someone else. So this is allegedly, this is from Cassie, and we shall wait and see. Oh my God. If y'all want to read the court case, just Google it. Just Google Megan Kuniff, okay? She has it all there, laid out, and you can read it. And, when it comes to Cassie, Diddy had been on a tear. But again, more rumors that we have heard throughout the years. So we shall wait and see what happened. What do y'all think? I mean, that blew the internet wide. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it blew the internet out of the water. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. What are y'all doing? These men, what are y'all doing? I wonder if J-Lo got something to say about it. Y'all remember when Diddy was dating Jennifer Lopez, child? Lord have mercy. Allegedly, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy go upside your head. Genie for the block. Child, let's move on. Do y'all remember a while back I told y'all the story of the 6-year-old child who took the GUN to school and shot his teacher in the great state of Virginia? So there's a follow-up. The 6-year-old, I don't think people know where this child's location is. But I think that the child is somewhere where he is getting the therapy and counseling and the help that he needs. Because for a 6-year-old to have a history of violent tendencies before he shot the teacher needs help. And I hope he is getting the proper care that he is getting. Mother of the 6-year-old who brought a GUN to school and shot their teacher is sentenced to 21 months in federal prison. Good. Good. Deja Taylor, the mother of a first grader. I want y'all to wrap that around your head. A first grader who shot his teacher back in January has been sentenced to 21 months in federal prison. The 26-year-old was sentenced for using marijuana while owning a firearm and lying on a federal background check form when she bought the gun 7 months prior to the shooting. She pled guilty to felony child neglect, which she was charged with in December. If you think you are mature enough to have a weapon in your home with a child, you better make sure that you are mature enough to have that weapon in the home with the child, especially a child who has had a history of what this 6-year-old has had. No business whatsoever that this child had access to a loaded weapon. No sense whatsoever. I don't feel sorry for her. She needs to go to prison. He could have killed her, that teacher, and he could have killed the other students. What if he would have shot the other students? Absolutely appalling. And the way that school handled this, the superintendent, not the superintendent, the principal, the assistant principal, he got fired. I think they all should have been fired. Except for the teachers that went to the assistant principal and said that this young man, this little boy, had a weapon. Here she is lying on a federal document. What do you think is going to happen? You are lying to the federal government about purchasing a weapon. Oh, that's okay. We're going to slap you on your head. Absolutely not. It was reckless and it was neglectful. And again, if you have a firearm in your home, please don't think this is a game. This is serious. I grew up with firearms in my house, okay? Everybody probably in where I live, okay? All right, in the thick of the sticks, hunting, okay? I grew up around firearms, but my dad educated us, okay? He educated us about that weapon. Don't touch it, all right? And we didn't even bother it. Like, it wasn't even in our heads to even go near that weapon. Because we were taught what will happen if we do. And for a 6-year-old to be so comfortable in having that weapon and firing it. Oh, it's awful. I feel bad for the teacher. Okay. She is suing for $40 million. Oh. Hey, Virginia. Hey. But I also feel sorry, and I it just pains me for the 6-year-old, because we are dealing with a child. This is a child. Had a history of violence, so I really do hope that he is getting the proper care and help that he needs, and I hope the mother learns from this. Learn from this. Let's move on. All right, y'all, that's it. Y'all said y'all like these long videos, and baby, is this long? I done got to talking, y'all. All right? I appreciate y'all. To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for Love After Lockup. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Bye!